Hey everyone, it's me, Baby Girl, and I'm back to give you a collective reading. Let's get started. Okay, so whoever this reading is for, I see here that being independent is a very strong focus that you have. Either you're single or you're in a relationship, but you are looking for long-term happiness and stability, first within yourself and within others. This right here, I feel like maybe you have a crush on someone and you're probably thinking that it can be the one, which is cute. So I see here that whoever you're crushing on or who possibly is crushing on you, there is a lot of sexual energy here, and this person seems very stable. I think that being with this person is a big risk. I think even just liking this person, it's almost like, should I continue to divulge in this daydream? There's a lot of creative energy, and I feel like you're going to be faced with a choice, or this person is going to come forward and let you know how they feel about you. Again, I think on a soul level or just on an intuitive level, you both are very aware that there are feelings here, and that there's like a lot of sexual chemistry. I don't feel like that's lost on anyone. If this doesn't sound like it relates to you, then just click off, because you know what I mean? I think it's really taking what resonates and leaving what does not. And this is clearly like someone who is talking to someone or has been, or is, I feel like if you know. All right. So back to it. Coming to the front is your identity and how you view yourself. And I think that's just super important. I think image is extremely important to both of you. I do feel like one of these parties is a bit more in the shadows, so to speak. I'm feeling one person kind of likes to keep to themselves, and like it's kind of like sexy but hidden, like that's just the vibe that I'm picking up here, especially with this Queen of Wands card wearing a mask. But again, it's a very sexy cat mask. So I see that between you both, there is, it's kind of reaching a breaking point where a decision is going to have to be made about this connection. And I think that both parties here are extremely intuitive, and they definitely follow a higher power. Not to say that they're religious, but they just have more, there's someone almost guiding them, right? It could be like an ancestor or just like an energy thing, because ultimately I see that the decision, there you go, is going to depend on what signs and messages both of you receive. So if the universe is telling you to proceed with this, you're going to go. If the universe is telling you to stop, it's going to stop. And that's really nice. I think that if you are kind of tripped up over this person, taking the time out to meditate and really focus on what will bring balance into your life is important and would be extremely beneficial, especially if you find yourself thinking a little bit too much about this person, which is, I think, is normal when you have a crush on someone, right? Like you just kind of, you find yourself kind of your thoughts wandering to them, but then bringing it back. I don't really feel like neither one of you really live in that state of just like obsession with each other. I feel like this is just an actual, like, I dig you, you're into me, like this is cool. The energy is really right, though. I see that even if you don't come together sexually with this person or romantically, I do see a bit of a coming together. If you were to come together, there would be a lot of good. It would be very beneficial, I think, materially for you both, either through inspiration or just physical finances. Maybe you'll link up on a project, or they can help you with your business if you have one, or just money management, like very simple, tangible things here. Even if they also might be the type to kind of get you gifts if that's what they're into. And also I'm hearing words of affirmation, so that's interesting. Nonetheless, it can help realign your sacral. It's kind of like this crush is really helping re-spark or just sparks up your sacral and your root chakra. And I think it's kind of fun to create things through like sexual energy, especially if you're not physical with this person, to just channel that into something else. And I see that being here. I don't think the universe really wants you to jump ahead into this relationship. They really want you to sit with this energy and create from that, especially if you're someone who tends to move a bit quickly. Now, what is moving a bit quickly? That can look like, that could look different for everyone, but I'm seeing just, oh, we've been talking for 4 months. Like, let me hook up with this person. Like, now we're dating, you know what I mean? It's like, that was a bit fast. You don't really know someone in 4 months. Maybe I'm a bit of a traditional person. But yeah, I just think it's like, if you don't know that person, maybe this is just me being shocked from my personal life. People I've seen just enter relationships for people they barely know, and then they're shocked when they break up like a year later, or even 6 months, if it lasts that long. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you guys didn't know each other. Like, claiming to be in a relationship while getting to know someone is not the way at all, I think, for longevity, but to each their own. I'm seeing here, though, that this person I think you are both, again, I think you're both on the same page. I don't think if you guys are moving quick together, then you're quick together. If it's slow, then it's slow. I just feel that there is definitely distance. There's a sense of like, you do you, I'm doing me. And when we come together, it would be a right moment, which I really, really dig here. I think that's awesome. Again, because the first card that came out was a sign of independence. And I think what attracts you to this person and them to you is your independence and also your creativity. I do see, again, there is a sexual chemistry. So maybe you find this person attractive or sexy, or they find you super sexy, you know, whatever fits the bill, right? What I really want to focus on, though, is the Magician card, which is, I think, the main point of this reading. This person or you, no, you are in charge of where this relationship goes, right? And that is dependent on what you are trying to create for yourself and what you view as happiness. That is extremely important. What is going to make you happy? And this is about a little bit, it sounds selfish, and I'm picking up, it might be a little bit selfish, but at the end of the day, this is your lived experience. So you have to do what's best for you at certain points and act on that. There is a huge reminder that you are the creator of your universe. And I think that this person was brought into spark. I think you both are sparks for each other, but whatever you're offering, whatever energy this person is giving you is one that it is like a new spark. It is something different, and it is something to make you think bigger about yourself, bigger about where you're going, what you want to experience, what you want to have. You know, maybe you don't want to drink water right now. You want aloe vera juice, you know, just different types. Like, those are both very plain and healthy, but okay, so it's like I'm sipping a hurricane in New Orleans, but I want to be in Italy drinking red wine at a vineyard, right? So it's like, so go get that cup of wine from the vineyard in Italy that you want, you know, and it's just about doing that and taking the steps. That's a metaphor, obviously, but use that for your life. What is it that you want to experience? And then go for it and actually make those steps. And I don't think that that's something that's super foreign to you here. I think that you are someone who decides what they want and goes for it. And the very strong sense of intuition. I think, again, there's this about waiting on a higher power to kind of give the go on this relationship, a higher power to give the go on your life. I think you work in tandem with the universe or your ancestors or whatever, again, you guides you, which is amazing. And that kind of keeps you out of trouble, because I feel as if you're someone who stays in their lane, and because you stay in your lane, you receive a lot of blessings and you're fine. I don't really feel like you're someone who's struggling at all. I think that there are things that you may want that you don't have, but it's never because you need them. And I think when you're coming from a place where you don't really need things, that's such a healthy, beautiful, awesome place. And life sometimes isn't so smooth. So you have to, when we're like this, just suck up the juice, even if the juice is just chilling and being grateful for the things that you have. Your advice from spirit is going to be to really get clear on what is it that you want to bring in, what you want to experience, and don't worry so much as to how that's going to happen. I think that this is a great opportunity to work through limited beliefs if you feel like you can't achieve something or get to that next level, right? It's really easy defeating the world 1 of like Super Mario's, but like world 3 might not be as fun. And it's kind of about that, like leveling up. So I also see here that even if in the future you are faced with these burdens, actually, no, I'm seeing that you have the tools and the power to overcome anything and any obstacle in your way. You are guided by the right light. Your actions will always be correct if you keep coming from this healthy, centered place. I think that you are doing a lot of positive work for yourself, and I think you need to give yourself a bit more credit. Also, look at the things that you had done in the past that had led you to where you are now. You know, there is about cutting slack somewhere. So this reading is a little bit all over the place. This is like your crush is into you, you are doing great, and continue to keep doing better. Again, this person, the crush or whoever's crushing on you, I think you guys are really positive for each other. And as with everything else, set your sight on what you want, which is just happiness, and then follow suit and allow the universe, your higher power, to lead. And don't think too much about your actions at this moment, which sounds really silly, but just focus on yourself. Keep doing this self-care. I think this is someone who's just like really about getting their mental health right. I feel like this is someone who is super powerful and strong. Like you really are focused on yourself. And I think that's amazing. Not to just become repetitious here, but that's just what keeps coming through the cards. My last point that I really want to touch on is your root chakra is something super important. I think there are a lot of limited beliefs here about finances, and this is a great time to really work on those limited beliefs and break them. And I think that'd be your next level. If you are, I said earlier about being stable and not needing anything, but what about if it's like a higher level of existence, right? However that looks like. So maybe now you can afford Chanel all the time. Let's just say that's your next level, you know, which would be really cool for some people. For others, that's not, they're like, oh, that's not my next level. I'm already doing that. My next level is having 10 houses. Whatever you want, whatever's clever, you know. Point is that it's about really removing blocks that keep you from where you are, that are on your root chakra. I think there should be a lot of emphasis, I'm seeing Reiki healing, color, visualization that would really help, because I feel like when these issues are very deep rooted and tied into us, we aren't always subconsciously aware. And so once we just start healing something, let's say we do color magic, right? Or we do color visualization, or which is this form of meditating. We notice the thoughts that come up as this is being healed, and then you see a lot of patterns, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know that before. Beliefs that just happen, or experiences that have kept you stuck in the past. Which is very interesting how our body works like that. Even subliminals. Just to share something personal, so like I know that the universe is right. I was listening to a subliminal about inner peace, and something came up that I thought I was over, and this happened maybe 2 years ago. And I felt myself feeling super angry again and being in that space, and it was shocking because I wasn't aware also that the subliminal was playing in the background until I looked at my phone and I was like, get out of here, you know? But that's just like the beauty of the universe. It just kind of gives you, I don't know, sometimes it just works. Like those things happen. And now I really, awareness to that situation has allowed me. I'm like, okay, so I'm still angry about it, but it's like now I'm more aware and how it has affected me. Now I'm working on clearing that block out. So boom, it's like that. It's just having the awareness to heal whatever's holding you back through root chakra work. And through that too, I think this person really helps you see the next level. I think this person is someone that is really good to bounce ideas off with the next level. So even if this doesn't become a relationship of like romance or you guys even fuck ever, excuse my language, it will be something that brings you happiness. And I think in turn, you bring this person happiness as well. This has been your reading. Please, if you like it, hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. It's been Baby Girl. Bye.